All right. What's going on, everybody? This is the Black Knight. Welcome to my second edition of 18 Wheels for Real. I started this segment a while back. I haven't been back to it since, but it's basically me talking about what's going on in trucking. Many of you know by now that I'm in the trucking business. That's what I do to earn a living. So this is about trucking news and all things trucking for those who want to get into trucking, those who want to know what it's like to be a trucker, whether it be long haul, short haul, local, whatever. Okay, this is the place. So let's get started. Shout out to the E Nation. Shout out to Vonda Harris, First Lady Neek, ladies of the E Nation. Shout out to the Gray Regime, my peoples over there, Schoolie and Gray, DeAndre, and the likes. Well, let me give you an update on what's going on in the trucking business during this coronavirus. For one, we are working, okay? The trucks aren't stopping, so we don't have to worry about panicking. Supplies are readily coming in. We are readily picking up loads. As a matter of fact, people are actually short product. So we are making some good money out here right now. Actually, I hate to say it, but we're really benefiting from the coronavirus right now. Um, it's unfortunate because that's not funny. It's unfortunate because some people are dying from this killer virus. But the trucking industry seems to be very lucrative right now since this pandemic has been going on. Like I said, everybody's short product. We can't get the loads up fast enough. Okay. Um, they do have a lot of checkpoints from state to state, especially between Louisiana and Texas. If you're not, if you're from Louisiana going into Texas, if you're not in the commercial truck, they're not even letting you in. They start to do this slowly all around the United States. I believe Georgia has the same thing going on, and they're real serious about this curfew. They're real serious about this distance thing. I've seen a couple of fights break out at a few shippers and receivers, simply because one person was too close to the next. So it's getting pretty hectic out here, especially these truck stops. No, we're not going to talk about lot lizards today. Okay, we'll do the lot lizard thing later on for the next. Shout out to First Lady Neek, peace, power, and unity, nation in the building. Um, yes, the real. Okay, now truckers, we seem to be holding up pretty well. We're keeping our vitamins in us, the vitamin C and stuff like that, because we travel all around. Um, so the big thing with us is keeping your truck clean, keeping your gloves on, your mask, or whatever, because we're everywhere. Okay, but we don't come in contact with too many people, especially when we get into the truck stops. We're like in and out. We don't really want to talk. Um, what's happening now is a lot of companies, especially shippers, where you go and pick up your loads, they have changed their whole operation. Usually across the board, it's you pull up to the shipper, you go into the receiving office, and you talk to someone at a window or someone's at a desk, and you're in someone's face, they're in your face, and you're signing documents and you're saying, I'm here to pick up a load, yada, yada, yada. Now it has been completely revamped. Okay, now these shippers now they don't want to see you in their building. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to come touch you. They don't want to stand around you. A lot of places I've gone to so far, they don't even let you get out of the truck. I'm serious. These white folks, they are not playing. They don't want to have anything to do with contact. Okay, which is cool with me. I don't. Most of us don't give a damn. We don't want to get out of our trucks anyway. I've been to places now to where they even open up the back of the doors for you, load you, close the damn doors, put a fucking seal on it, and then walk the paperwork up to you. You sign it, and then you out of there. So I'm cool with that too. But we actually have some truck drivers, believe it or not, who are actually offended. White truck drivers, of course. They're offended. Man, I can't believe that they don't want to touch us. Seriously? These are the only ones complaining. They're running around talking about, well, how dare them don't want me in their facility. They don't want you in their facility. They don't want to catch the corona, dude. I mean, now you have white people wandering around in the truck stops. Now, this wasn't going on before this pandemic hit, right? White folks was in their trucks, minding their own business. You may see them in a truck stop, whatever. Nobody cared, right? Now all of a sudden it's like dawn of the dead. They're wandering around the truck stops, getting out, walking around, lurking and shit. Daytime at night, you can't get any sleep at night because you don't know if one of these motherfuckers is carrying a shotgun or a machete. But because they're all walking around, I'm telling you, it's like dawn of the dead. I'm gonna have to try to get like a live video feed of one of these truck stops so you can see these white people just walking all around the truck stop. These are truck drivers, white truck drivers. There's no one else doing this but white people. Everyone else is in their trucks. The white folks are just walking around everywhere. They never did this before, people. They never did this before. Now, it's like they don't understand what to do. It's like they don't like being told, well, listen, you got to stay inside. You need to stay in your truck. We don't want you coming in breathing on people. And most white drivers are nasty anyway. I mean, some of the most filthiest people on this planet are white male truck drivers. And they Becky's ain't far behind. They nasty too. You be having like 25 dogs in their truck, man. How you gonna pull up somewhere, open up your door? You got like 9 dogs jumping out and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they don't respect anybody's property. You got your dog taking his shit on somebody's property. A big ass sign that says "Curb your dog," right? They get over there, dogs taking his shit. Motherfuckers got gloves on and whatnot, doing the pooper scooper stuff. Look, this is why I don't have dogs. I'm not doing the pooper scooper thing. I'm not doing that. I'm not walking around with a little plastic shovel and a pair of plastic gloves picking up some doggy doo-doo. And then looking around at everybody like, yeah, well, he took a big shit. He's a little monster, but he likes to take a big shit. I'm not into that. I'm not doing all of that. Okay. So these white truck drivers, they pull up, dogs and shit jumping out their truck, cats, parakeets, fucking swans and shit. I saw billy goats. Seriously. I have to do my live. When I start doing my live cams on these truck stops, you won't believe what goes on in these truck stops. We have our own truck drivers we have our own little world out here. You got Becky and Brad out here acting out. They be out here drunk, walking pot-belly pigs and shit, arguing over billy goats and ducks and shit. All kinds of farm animals in their truck. I was parked next to one Becky. She had these 3 little dogs in their truck, right? And they kept looking out the window at me like they were praying and shit. I mean, I could almost read the dog mind. The dogs was like, hey man, can you get us out of here, man? This shit is fucked up. And then I looked now you usually don't look into another person's house. We call them houses, okay? It's our house on wheels, right? And so you usually don't look into someone else's house. But I couldn't help taking a look into the Becky's truck and notice that there was dust every fucking way. I mean, the dust was so fucking thick, you can see where she had put her finger down the dashboard and it was yellow underneath. Okay? But it was so much dust and dirt, the shit looked brown. So you can see why the dogs had that look on their face like, yo, can you get us up out of here, man? Like, one of the dogs trying to make a deal with him, talking about, hey, man, look, I won't Listen, you don't got to pay me. You don't have to feed me nothing, man. Just get me the fuck out this truck. I really felt bad for the trucks, man. I started to call it SPCA or PETA, but I said, whatever. But anyway, what's going on now with us is that it's a no-touch policy. People don't want to be within a certain distance of each other, and they're really serious about it at these trucking companies. And the receivers are following what the shippers are doing. When you go to the receiver, they don't want you coming in their office. They don't want you talking to anybody. They'll call you outside, and then you do your paperwork outside. But again, we've had a couple of fights because Brad doesn't want to do that. Brad thinks that he can do whatever the hell he wants, and now he's engaged in fisticuffs here and there. Matter of fact, Brad got his ass kicked the other day when a dude hit him with a nasty uppercut because he was just standing too close. And they're like that. You know what? They're like that. They're into the nut to butt thing. They want to stand directly behind you. I mean, before the pandemic hit, right? They were doing that. Now that we got this big old these signs everywhere, please respect the distance. These are big black and white signs that for some reason Brad don't want to read. Okay? He wants to get up on the back of people and start breathing hard. Now, people are getting agitated by that, and they're turning around with, George Foreman uppercuts and Muhammad Ali rope a dope left, rights, and shit like that, to float like a butterfly. And Brad is getting tagged now. He's being knocked down on the ground, someplace where he's not used to. And now he feels like he's a second-rate citizen in his own country. Wow. I wonder if he feels like he's black. Anyway, so let me tell you what's going on with Ming Ling and Goku and them. Goku running around here with a big old mask on, trying to be inconspicuous. It seems like whenever he pulls into a fuel aisle, all of the trucks over there seem to go to the other side. Nobody wants to be around Goku. You know. Actually, Goku has really enjoyed himself because he can always get a parking space. People see him coming in, and he parks his truck, stops his truck in front of everybody. Other trucks start to move. I mean, some of these guys actually think that their truck is going to catch the coronavirus. Be like, hey, man, why you moving your truck? Well, I don't want my truck to catch the coronavirus. Well, the truck doesn't catch the coronavirus, dude. It's not a living, breathing person. Well, I'm next to that Goku, and I don't want to catch the coronavirus. Now, surprisingly, you still have white people discriminating against other people, even though they're being treated like shit themselves. I mean, how sad are you that you still want to mistreat other people? Now you're being mistreated. Now you're being treated like the Negro, but you still want to mistreat other people. You still want to uphold this phony white privilege and racism. It's like I said before for the Coons, right? The Coon show is over. The buck dancing show is over. Same thing with these white folks. All of this right now, all this racism that you're trying to get out, ain't nobody trying to hear that, man. Well, out here, like I said, Brad and Becky walking around everywhere, something that didn't do before. They're giving everybody the fucking willies. Like, yo, what is Brad and Becky doing? Why are they walking around here looking in sewers and sleeping under fucking stop signs and shit? I saw Brad and Becky sleeping under a stop sign. Where they do that at? And I'm gonna say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something else. Brad and Becky are out here begging like a motherfucker, bro. They got big old signs and shit talking about. I'm talking about whole paragraphs. You got to actually stop, get out, and read the damn sign. Some shit about me and my wife and our kids are homeless because we didn't get a stimulus package from George Bush. Well, George Bush isn't the president right now, but apparently they've been waiting for that stimulus package for a long time. It's no wonder they're homeless. So anyway, we will work for food, water, and drink. How do you work for food, water, and drink? And since we got this pandemic, what the hell you want? Who got a job for you? Nobody wants to touch anybody. Nobody wants to be around anybody. Who the fuck got a job? Where you getting hired at? Especially off the street when nobody fucking knows whether you've been tested for the coronavirus or not. And you got this big ass cardboard sign with all this shit on it. You got the wrong president on there. So who the hell is hiring you? And to do what? Maybe it's about time they change the sign, right? Even the people that do the scams, right? In these truck stops, they always go to you talking about, hey, yo, driver, I'm a driver too. My truck is broke down 742 miles away. I walked here. All right, let's stop. Let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so you're a truck driver. Your truck broke down 720 some miles away and you walked here. Seriously, this is the type of shit they run on you in these trucks. I remember I used to go up to Jersey all the time. And you got the George Washington Bridge up there, right? And then there's a truck stop right across the George Washington Bridge over there called the well, there's two of them. There's one right off of Community Paul over the bridge down there, right? And they tell you, hey, driver, I'm a driver. My truck is on the George Washington Bridge. First of all, your truck's not on the George Washington Bridge. They're towing everything off the George Washington Bridge. Okay. If your truck broke down on the George Washington Bridge, it's gone. Okay. And what's killing me is how far these people are walking. Everybody's truck broke down an unbelievable distance away, but they walked to find you to tell you about it. So these scammers are still out here. They're still out here. They're still running around doing their thing. You know, me and my kids are in a hotel. Our car broke down. We're a truck driver, but our car broke down. And we're in a hotel. This is no scam. We need $5 to get some fuel in our truck. Think about that for a second, right? Talking about an 18-wheel truck with sometimes with 75-gallon tanks on each side. That's the standard, 75-gallon tanks, right? Sometimes there's 60-gallon tanks. Sometimes you can run a buck 20. But the standard is 75-gallon tanks. So $5 won't go that far. I don't know what you're filling up with $5. I don't know what you're doing with $5. Matter of fact, as soon as you turn the goddamn pump on and put the goddamn thing in the tank, that's $5. I don't even know if you got any damn fuel out of there, but that's $5 just doing that. So hold on one second. Let me check something here. Welcome everybody. I see people. Hey, Lady Nick, Poetic Cal. Hey, Poetic Cal. Black Caesar. Welcome everybody to my second edition of 18 Wheels for Real. This is a segment I started a while back, but I haven't been able to do it much because I've been working. But this is where I talk about all things trucking. To take a break from the riff raff and the sissy bams or whatever. I talk about trucking, about what's been going on. I've been trucking now for 18 years. So I have a pretty extensive knowledge of what's going on in the business. And even if you want to get into the business, it's a very good time because they took all of the sticks out the truck. So it's easy to pass the test now. All you got to do is remember your air brakes, and your pre-trip inspection. That's the big thing now. Pre-trip and air brakes, okay? And you're good. Well, you still got to learn how to back up too. But most companies will put you with a trainer. But that's been curtailed too because of the coronavirus. So teams are hurting now. Unless it's a husband and wife team, they ain't really trying to hire any teams. Okay? So I don't know what you're going to do about a trainer. You have to have some kind of experience or they throw you out there right now and they teach you how to back up. I guess because they don't have any sticks in the truck anymore, they're spending more time teaching drivers how to back up because you have to know how to back up. Okay, if you don't know how to back up, man, you're in a lot of trouble. Okay, you're in a lot. I remember 18 years ago when I first started trucking, backing up was fucking crazy because it's the way the trailer moves, and you're in a combination vehicle. So when you're backing up and you turn the wheel one way, the trailer goes in the opposite direction. Okay, everything's completely different. It sounds simple enough, right? It's not. It's harder than the motherfucker. It takes a while to master that. You fuck around and back up and tear somebody's shit up real quick. I see motherfuckers um, who were training other people, and even though they were training, they didn't know how to back up. Okay, so I remember one time I was watching this guy back up, and he couldn't back up worth shit. And the guy was outside looking at him. I went up to him. I said, "Damn, man!" I said, "That's your student?" He said, "No, man, that's my trainer." I'm like, "Damn, he don't know what the fuck he doing. He training you?" So backing up is very, very important because you have to back in the dots. Sometimes you have to back around the corner. Sometimes you have to blindside back. That's very, very difficult. Okay, so, but it's easy right now. It's like I said before, trucking has been geared towards women now because women are safer drivers. It's not a gender thing. It's a business thing. I keep telling people, guys getting on, man, how come the women getting all the jobs? Well, the women are safer. These companies out here are about their bottom line. They don't give a fuck about what you think about some damn gender. They going with people that can save them money. They're going with people that can keep their company out of the risk. They're going with people who don't get into fatalities. Okay, and when you put everything together, you look at the statistics, women are safer drivers in the trucks. Women don't get out here and act stupid. They don't get out here and race. They don't get out here and try to wrap themselves on a fucking pole because they're arrogant. They don't do shit like that. They follow the speed limit. They follow the damn laws. They get out of the fucking bad weather. When it's bad weather, they go park. They don't go and try to be some damn cowboy, okay, and roll over down the goddamn block driving on fucking ice. They don't do shit like that. Okay, and so the industry now is filling up with women. You're starting to see less male drivers and more women drivers because they're just simply safer. It don't have shit to do with fucking gender. It ain't because they just safer drivers. Like I said, these companies are about their bottom line. These companies are about their bottom line. Okay. So whoever is going to stay out of fatality accidents, Okay, whoever gonna say out of fatalities, that's what they're gonna go with. And so they took the sticks out of the truck to accommodate more women. Now, some people will say, "Well, that didn't happen," it wasn't because women, but yeah, basically, it's really to accommodate women because you have more female truck drivers now that these trucks are big ass cars now. Okay, I'm in a truck now that's fully automatic. It basically drives itself. Okay, so hold on 1 second here. Let me give some shout outs to the people in the chat. Shout out to Bell Mort, Dane Frankie, Fahim Devine. What's going on? Everybody, welcome to my 18 Wheels for Real. This is my trucker series that I started a while back that I haven't been able to get back to. This is where I talk about all things trucking. You guys know by now, that's my line of business. That's how I make my money. I've been trucking now for 18 years, so I have extensive knowledge. So I thought I'd spread some knowledge to some people and let them know what's going on and update them about what's going on in the truck industry, especially during this pandemic. And if you want to train now to get your CDL, now is the best time because, like I said, all of the trucks are automatic now. You don't have to worry about shifting gears. They still have some old trucks out there, 10 speeds, manual 10 speeds, but they're pretty much all gone now. All right. So the biggest thing that you have to worry about when you take your driver's test, you have to worry about backing up, okay? And you have to worry about testing your air brakes and your pre-trip inspections. Those are three big things you got to learn right now. To me, the number one issue is backing up. You master that, you good. Everything else is fine. You can learn your air brakes and shit. That's really not a big deal. And the pre-trip inspection is not a big deal either. But backing up, that's hard. You need to learn how to do that. It sounds so simple, right? To some of you, it sounds simple, but I'm telling you, it's not easy. It's extremely difficult, and it takes time to master. Okay, it takes time to master because it seems like every time you back up and turn an angle, the trailer goes somewhere else. You have to learn how to drive your trailer when you're backing up. You got to watch your trailer when you're backing up, and that's not as easy as it sounds. It takes a while to do that. It took me, I say, about what, to really start learning how to back up adequately to where I didn't tear some shit up when okay. I say about 3 months. Okay. I can about 3 months. But to master it, it took me about a year to the point where it's ingrained in your mind. Now I'm so good at it, I can back up between two goddamn brooms, two fucking garbage cans. It doesn't even fucking I can back up on angles, but I've been doing it for 18 years. Okay? If you come in the industry, trust me, you won't have that knowledge ingrained in your mind. It takes time. So that's your biggest obstacle right now. If you're coming into trucking for the first time, your biggest obstacle is learning how to back up. That's your number one thing. You want to be focused on that. It used to be learning how to shift gears or floating gears, right? But the stakes are gone. You don't have to worry about any more range selectors, any more clutches, or anything like that. Hell, they don't even have any stack pipes anymore in the trucks. These trucks are rolling around now with big mufflers on the bottom. They're big ass cars now, gigantic cars. Okay, so backing up is your number one thing. Your pre-trip inspection. I'll do a segment where we'll go over pre-trip inspection depending on who wants it. We can also go over the air brakes. Air brakes not such a big deal, okay? But backing up is big, okay? Because if you can't back up, you can't work. Companies ain't gonna keep you on. You backing up, tearing off somebody's doors, tearing off quarter fenders and shit, tearing up docks. Nah. So let me get back to what I was saying about the coronavirus. Now, to recap what I was saying earlier, everything has changed. The normal procedure that we used to use when we check into a shipper or a receiver has been changed. No more going in with your paperwork in somebody's face talking about I'm here. My name is Joe Blow and I'm slow. I came to pick up a load. They don't want to hear any of that. As a matter of fact, you do that now, somebody's going to get offended. They don't even want you in their building now. Now, some of these shippers, I was at a shipper 2 days ago in in Pennsylvania, right? And you had to stay outside and call the fucking number. You call that number, you check in over the phone, they send somebody out, back you in, they load you and shit, close your doors up, you gotta make another phone call. They send somebody out with your goddamn bills and you out of there. They don't even want you in their building. I was out in California. They out there running in the street. They meet you in the damn street. Yeah. As soon as you turn the goddamn corner to go down the street to the building, they stop you. Yo, you going to so and so? Yeah. All right, well, we're gonna handle you right here. But dude, I'm like 2 fucking blocks. We don't give a shit. And now you got Brad and Becky walking around truck stops like they are the dawn of the dead, like zombies. They're out here right now. They're out here right now in the truck stops walking around. And it's all day. They didn't do this before this pandemic. Now they're doing it. They're all out in the fucking open and shit, looking like who did it and ran, still carrying their farm animals around their truck, opening up doors, 5, 6 dogs jumping out, which I think is disgusting. You know, these cabs are, one day I'm gonna take a picture and show y'all like the inside of the cab. It's nice in here. It's pretty big in here, but it's big enough. It's really spacious for 2 people. But I don't know where you put the 5 dogs at. Okay, not sure what's going on here. You got a nice size bunk. Don't get me wrong. It's a queen size bed. Some of the silly posturepedic mattresses. You know, you got a laptop station. You can walk around in here. Yeah, you know, it's roomy. Okay, for one, but if you're one person, you could like myself. You got it made, man. You chilling. You know, it's like riding around a big ass boat, right? But I don't know about 5 dogs, man. I don't know where that's at. I don't know where they're keeping. First of all, you got 2 people, 2 kids, and you got 4 or 5 dogs. Where the hell are they all fitting that in there? You got white folks getting out of their trucks with pot-belly pigs, goats, billy goats, nanny goats. You go out to Oklahoma, they got goats in the truck. And you don't see white folks with these animals. Now, you may see a brother or sister with like a little small dog here and there. But these white folks, man, they got dogs, they got goats, they got the birds and shit, cats. I seen one Becky with 3 cats. Can you imagine what that kitty litter smells like in that small space? 3 cats, and then a Becky. She smelled like an animal too. So imagine what the inside of that truck smells like. Some of this stuff, man, you know, I sit here, I be minding my bit, I be sitting in my truck, I look around, I be like, God damn, is that a farm animal? You know, is that a pig? But this is what goes on out here, man. Oh, Little Miss Chocolate, California, huh? Well, depending on where you are, that's a 2,000-mile trip. Easy. No, no, you're right, screen learning. It's not that big. It's big. It's good if you one person, you straight, you know, you got your room, You got your little station where you do your laptop. You know, got your little satellite TV. Um, got your little refrigerator. You know, one person, you straight. You know, you chilling. You can bring your little lady friend in here. You know, if you on it like that, if you out here doing that kind of thing, and then trust me, this driver's out here. Oh man, you don't want to. That's gonna be for another show. The things that go on in the truck stop at night, y'all would not believe. Y'all wouldn't believe the shit that you hear on the CB radio. Wow. Some of these truck drivers, right? They let a lot listen set up in their truck, right? She be on the radio talking, "Hey, daddy, what house you in? Hey, daddy, what house you in?" Right? And if a dude is biting, if a dude want it, he be on. He'll come back. Elizabeth Neckbone. Elizabeth Neckbone. Elizabeth Neckbone. That's just a little. Hey. I'm telling you, I'm a when I do the midnight thing and tell y'all what the hell going on at night. You're not gonna believe this shit, man. It'd be all kinds of shit going on at night. There's a lot of people who sell stolen goods, so you have to be careful. I mean, you can get some good shit out here. You know, I don't encourage that. You know, I'm not condoning that. I can either confirm or deny. If somebody asks me if I ever received stolen property, I will not answer that question. But anyway, but you can get some good shit out of it. Okay. Um, Shout out to Belmore Dane Frankie, Little Miss Chocolate. Yes, yes. The truck stops are entertaining. Okay. That's a long trip, Little Miss Chocolate, depending on where y'all came from. If y'all came from the East Coast, that's a ride and a half. You're talking almost 3,000 miles. You know, that's yeah, that's a long trip. That's a long trip. Hey, Dame, what are you doing in here? I thought you was asleep. So yeah, y'all. So let me hold on 1 second. Shout out to my man Fahim Devon, strong supporter of the E Nation. Thanks for the cash app, my brother. Oh, okay, you went from Tennessee. Well, that's not too bad. Tennessee is not too bad. I'd rather go from Tennessee than to come all the way up from Jersey. Tennessee is not too bad. I've done it. I went to California to Tennessee before. It's not too bad. I think the longest you is when you come from the Jersey end or Boston or some shit like that. That's over 3,000 miles. That's a trip and a half. Now Tennessee is good. Tennessee is good. That's not too bad at all. All right, so let me wrap it up. Okay, what else I want to talk about? Now they gave out a stimulus package, right? A $2 trillion stimulus package. Uh, of course, the trucking companies were left out. You got some people complaining that we weren't in the deal. Me too. I'm complaining too. I didn't want to. People will tell you, okay. I was in the back chat, right? I was looking forward to being off work. Okay, I wasn't. I was on some. Yeah, okay. I'm going to do my 30. I had my 30 days already planned to fuck out. You know, people will tell you I was in the back chat. I was on some. Yeah, I can't wait to get my 30 days or whatever. I found out I had to keep working. I found out that they wasn't going to stop the trucks. I was mad as fuck. I'm still mad as fuck. Everybody got their little 30 days off, 35 days off, whatever, and they get a little stimulus check. I'm out here busting my ass. You know, I'm not getting any days off. Well, screen learning, that's not so prevalent. Well, now with the pandemic, yeah, the trucking security has gone up. It has gone up because there's no telling what people to do if they don't have any supplies. Okay, but trucking safety is big. There's a lot of money to be made right now if you're a truck driver. I'm telling you, now is the time to get into trucking. If you want to be a truck driver, you want to make some money right now. Trucking is where it's at. The money right now is raining from the sky. Everybody needs product and they can't get it fast enough. They don't give a damn who, when, hell, and how. They need their product and they need it yesterday. And the rates are going up. Okay, where you used to make 1,500 for a Tennessee run, okay, you're now making what 2,100 for that same run. Okay, you was making what 8,000 on a Cali run. Now you're making it upwards of what 11,000 on a Cali run now. Cali is the most lucrative run. Well, it's not the most lucrative run. It's one of the biggest coast to coast runs. But believe it or not, there are runs that don't go half as long as Cali and pay damn near 20 grand. It depends on what you're hauling. It's not your distance. It's what you're hauling. So you got diamond haulers out here. You got guys who haul raw materials. Okay, some of these flatbed guys, right, make damn near 18 grand off of one load. Okay, some of these flatbed guys, they average 6,000-7,000 a load. Okay, so it's really not it's really not the distance, it's what you're hauling. Okay, and then how many stops you can make, how many pickups you can make. See, these flatbed guys, they pick up a lot of partial loads. And each partial load, they're charging something like what, 1,500, some of them 2,000, depending on what it is. They can have 8 stops, right, at 2 grand a piece. See what I'm saying? So it depends on what you're doing. Flatbed is very lucrative right now. Okay, but you gotta know how to you gotta know your straps. You got to know your tarps. I got a friend who's a flatbed guy. Maybe I'll bring him on one day. He can tell you a lot about flatbed. Flatbed is big money, man. But you got to be in shape to do flatbed. You can't be no fat, pudgy Pooh Bear. Okay, you got to put them straps on. You got to climb up on that motherfucker. You got to put that tarp down. But the money is big in flatbed. Money is also big in bulk, liquid bulk too. Like you're hauling milk, you're hauling juice. With them liquid bulkheads or whatever. That's big money too. Tankers. Okay. Don't fuck with the flammable shit. They don't pay you enough. And hazmat don't pay shit anymore. Honestly, hazmat isn't even worth getting anymore. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have as many endorsements on your CDL as possible, but hazmat ain't shit. They don't pay shit. Okay? 15 years ago, hazmat was the talk of the town. Yo, I'm gonna get my hazmat endorsement. Well, how much more are you making on the load? Well, if the load paid, say the load paid $800 and it was going 300 miles, right? If it was a hazmat load, it paid $826. So you're getting 26 extra dollars because you got hazmat. Now, it ain't nothing different. All of the loads pay the same. It's not even worth getting hazmat, but you can because it makes you look good with companies or whatever. And you want to decorate your CDL, you can get hazmat, you can get tanker. It just makes you an all-around driver the way you can pretty much get into anything. Okay. Yeah, screen on the flatbed is big, man. Flatbed. These flatbed guys, they be out here killing it, man. I mean, absolutely killing it. I run reefer because with reefer, you see, people always need food, right? So I run reefer. I don't fuck with dry van because Drive-in, you be sitting a lot. Okay. If anybody don't know what drive-in is, that's a trailer with no reefer on it. Okay, it's just an empty trailer that you like Snyder or JB Hunt or whatever, their trailers. A reefer has a reefer unit on it. It has a refrigerated unit on it. Okay, so drive-in, they sit a lot because there's too much competition in drive-in. Okay, you may go to one area and get off a dry load, right? But it's going to be hell and high water to get another load out of that area. Man, it may be 100 what in that one area. It may be 80,000 trucks trying to get a load out of there. If you flatbed, I mean not flatbed. If you drive in, see, but not too many people want to do flatbed. So flatbed got it good right now. Okay, flatbed got it good right now. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Flatbed is like the best right now in the business. Now there's some specialty hauling that you know puts flatbed to shame, like hauling big earth moving equipment, where you got to have those pilots and stuff. Okay, especially oversized haul, extra long haul. But that's a specialty thing. You make big money doing that, right? And it takes you a long time to get to your destination. Like you may pick up one of them loads, okay, today, and it may not deliver until next month. Because that's how long it's going to take you to get there. Because you got to navigate the roads, and you got to have a pilot, okay, to map out the route for you. Because you just can't go and turn down any block. You got a big ass fucking gigantic fucking bulldozer that's the size of Godzilla. You know what I'm saying, on your step deck. So it's different things. But right now, flatbed is where it's at though. I would really get into flatbed. Um, I'm not a flatbed guy. I'm a reefer guy. I love hauling reefer. That's my thing. Um, but flatbed, if you want to get into the industry right now, flatbed is where it's at. If you're in shape, if you don't mind working, if you don't mind climbing, if your knees still work, you know what I'm saying? If you don't mind climbing, flatbed is where it's at because you do got to put the straps on. And you have to learn what strap to put on what load. Yeah. Well, yeah, what we do is we walk around, we stay, we keep the blood flowing. And now truck drivers are more, eating healthy now because they don't force in these truck stops. They don't took a lot of the processed foods out because a lot of the processed foods were on the roller grills, right? Those hot dogs and all that. So all that shit is gone. They even took the soda fountains out. A lot of these trucks because they don't want nobody touching the cups. Okay, and then the white folks are freaking out because some of them are taking out the goddamn coffee dispensers as well. Again, because they don't want anybody touching the cups, which is smart. Because if the coronavirus is contagious through touch or whatever, somebody touch a cup or a couple of cups on the counter, whatever, it don't take much to catch it. So I don't blame them. I would fucking do that too. Okay, I wouldn't have them fucking touch a shit either. So they took out the soda fountains, they took out the coffee dispensers, and again, white folks is acting out. I need my coffee. They drink coffee religiously. Okay, they carry their thermoses and shit. Coffee everywhere. Oh yeah, no doubt, Hassan. Without us, I'm gonna tell you. I keep telling people, right? If you see them stop trucks, man, something's bad going on. They stop us, there's some shit going on. We may be getting invaded by fucking Martians or some shit. Okay, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that it's not bad with this pandemic. You know, by no means am I trying to poo-poo what's going on. But they haven't stopped the trucks. Okay. So supplies are still coming in. Manufacturers are still making goods. We're still picking them up. As far as what I've seen from state to state, is that there's been restrictions with all of the four-wheelers, which are you guys, the cars, okay? Some of these states are not letting you in their state. Okay, if you're coming from another state, I mentioned Louisiana to to Texas. When I went into Texas and I came through Louisiana, as soon as you get into Texas, they got checkpoints. If you're a commercial vehicle, you can go on through. But if you're coming through with a car, they ain't trying to hear it. If you're from Louisiana, they ain't trying to hear it. And Louisiana is doing it on the other end. Okay? If you ain't from Texas, if you're from Louisiana and you're trying to get to Texas, they turn you around. Same thing with Louisiana. If you're from Texas somewhere else, they turn you around. Yeah, I know. And now, screen learning with the companies now changing their protocol because we can't check in anymore. Many of these places where we have to call in now, the white truck drivers are being offended because they feel like, well, how dare you tell me I can't be in your facility? I'm white and I'm right and how dare you? I mean, that hasn't worked for them so far. I mean, has got knocked out a few times out here, man. Oh yeah, that's right. Because some people aren't honoring the distance thing. Okay, I believe they say it's 6 feet. Hold on. Yeah, it's supposed to be 6 feet, right? Away from each other. Hold on. Okay, can you guys hear me? Right. So it's supposed to be 6 feet, and a lot of people aren't honoring it. Okay, and the people who aren't honoring it are white folks. Brad seemed to think that he can go breathe on people. Okay, and people aren't trying to hear that shit. They don't want to be touched. They don't want you breathing on them. You even going to like, I'm gonna tell you who's taking a big hit, especially the truck stops, right? The fast food joints are taking a big hit, man. You go into the RBs, they don't have any chairs, they don't took the tables out. Okay. It's kind of like ordering takeout inside. All right. And the people aren't trusting the food. So there's nobody going in. They're losing money, hand over fist. And forget about any kind of Asian cuisine. Don't even, they may as well go ahead and just shut down. Nobody's dealing with them. Okay. And so this is what's going on out here. Getting back to the stimulus package about truck drivers not being included. I mean, come on, man. We knew that was coming. We got truck drivers complaining that they're not going to get a check. Of course not. What dictates policy here in the trucking business are these big corporations. Like, I can't say their names. I don't want to. Uh, well, well, you've heard some of them already. The JB Hunts and the Warners and okay, these are big time trucking companies. Okay, and they pretty much dictate what goes on in this business. They didn't want any stimulus package, so because they don't want it, now the little guys don't get it. The little guys want it. The little trucking companies that got what 1,000 trucks, some got 500 trucks. Those are little companies. Okay, they don't. They want the stimulus, but they can't get it because the big companies, the ones with the 80,000 trucks, the 30,000 trucks, the 50,000 trucks, they get to dictate what goes on in this damn industry. I mean, you got 50,000 trucks, okay? You calling shots here in this industry. FedEx got like 80,000 trucks. Ain't nobody FedEx, whatever FedEx says goes. And right behind them is Snyder. Okay, these are big time companies in this business. Okay, they regulate shit here. Whatever they say goes. So these little guys don't have a shot. Okay, and it's the little. I'm leased to a small company, right? Because small companies are better because they treat you a little bit different. Okay, they can't afford to fuck your money up because they fuck your money up, you're out the door, and they need people bad as fuck, so they make sure they're on top of your money. These big companies don't give a damn about your check. They don't care anything about you. All they care about is their equipment. I used to work for a big company several years ago. I won't say the name here, okay? But I'll tell you that their name rhymes with um, um, their name rhymes with lime, okay? Anyway, I worked for Lime several years ago, and they had one driver that was in so much debt that on one of their facilities, he blew his brains out inside the truck, right? The operations manager at the time came out there and saw all of that. He had some drivers with him and said, called the man a coward and said he could at least had the balls to do it outside of the truck and let somebody else use the truck for work. That's what he said. That's what these big companies think of you. They don't give a fuck about you. They care about their equipment and they care about how much money you can make them. They don't care about fucking up your check. They fuck up your check. Oh, we'll get you next week. You owe them money. They getting that shit right now. So the little companies, you'll find out the more experienced guys are with the smaller companies. Usually the smaller companies got the best drivers. Guys who got impeccable safety records. I have an impeccable safety record. Okay, not bragging or anything. I'm just saying. Usually you'll find really good, high quality drivers with smaller companies. Okay, because we already been through the ringer. We already know that these big companies ain't shit. Yeah, they got the big pretty equipment, the big pretty trucks, shiny trucks with the chrome and all that. You looking real spiffy when you go into the truck stop and everybody turn around and look, right? But you broke. You ain't making no money. Big shiny 2020 Freightliner, Kenworth, right? T600, but you ain't making no money. You broke. You going to the truck stop, you pulling out $3 and $4, trying to get something to eat. You ain't got no money. You got to call them up and get in advance. And then what happens? That's money that you haven't made yet that you got to pay back. But you driving the big pretty truck, you got all of the bells and whistles, satellite TV, satellite radio, big chroming. You chroming like a motherfucker, man. Niggas is chroming out this month. Cats got booming systems in their trucks. I done seen trucks ride by. They got systems that we used to put back in the Oldsmobiles back in 1998. Riding by with the big bass bottom. Boom, boom, boom. Like, damn. Pretty truck, right? Broke as hell, though. Ain't making no money. Barely making $300 a week. If you're in the trucking industry and you making $300 a week, you may as well quit. As a company driver, you should average 1,000 a week after taxes. That's just being a company driver. We're not talking about owner operator, the big boy stuff where I'm at. when you own your own trucks, you own your own business. We ain't even talking about that. Just a company driver. At least, matter of fact, I'll make it even easy for you. After taxes, you need to be bringing home at least 800 or better. Anything below $800, you may as well quit. You're getting jacked. Okay? You're getting jacked. You're getting exploited. They're taking advantage of you. They're working you like a slave. Okay? So those who are getting into trucking, you look for something like 62 cents a mile or better. Don't fall for that 38-cent shit, 32-cent shit. That's bullshit. You're not going to make any money with that kind of money per mile. 62 cents a mile or higher is what you're looking for. Try to get 80 if you can get it as a company driver. That's not heard of either. I've seen some company drivers out here making 80 cents a mile. Okay, so that means you're almost making $1 a mile. You're gonna make good money. If you get $1,000 mile run, that's what, $1,000 probably, or close to $1,000. Okay. Hold on 1 second, please. Having some trouble here with my connection. All right, everybody. Let me close out here. Back to what I was saying about making some money. Okay. Yeah, you want to be making at least 800 or more as a company driver. It's cool to be a company driver. As a matter of fact, if you don't own your own truck and you're not making payments, you want to be a company driver right now, unless your truck is brought and paid for. Okay, you don't want to come in the industry making payments with the way shit is right now. Okay, come in, get your company driver on, make sure you're with a decent company. I'll talk about companies in my next segment, what kind of companies you can go to, what they expect at their orientation. Because I've been to a lot of these companies, I know their orientation. I know a lot of people there. I can even hook you up with some good companies, okay? So I worked for several companies over my 18-year career, okay? They pretty much all do the same thing. You may have one or two companies that may vary from the other ones, okay? And when you get your physical, okay, you want to go to a Concentra. Concentra is top. Now, you can go and get your own personal physical somewhere else, but just about everybody uses Concentra, okay? You got a Concentra physical, you go in, you're good, because they're going to send you back to Concentra anyway, okay? So, all right, everybody, that's it for now for 18 Wheels for Real. I'll be back. I don't know what I'm going to do the next installment, but I'll talk about some more things. Matter of fact, people can send me emails if you're really interested in trucking. Look up my channel and the email is there. Hit me up. Let me know some of the things you want to talk about in trucking. Ask me questions. And when I do the next 18 Wheels for Real, I'll answer your questions. I'll give you some pointers and some advice about trucking if you want to get into it, where to go, and all that stuff, okay? And remember, if you get your CDL, now it's the best time to get it, all right? You only got to concentrate on 3 things now because they took the sticks out of the truck. You don't have to worry about shifting anymore. Your number 1 priority is learning how to back up. Man, you must master backing up, okay? These companies will not deal with you if you can't back up, okay? And then your air brakes, and then your breach of inspection. After that, you're good. All right, everybody? All right, I want to give a shout out to Hassan Burton in the building, the nation, representing Queen Dame Frankie, my partner in crime. I see you guys later. Peace, power, and unity. To the next time we meet with the 18 Wheels for Real. All right. Yeah, man. Hold on one second, y'all. Um, wow. I see Brad and Becky out here acting out again. Okay. All right, everybody. Peace out. Peace, power, unity. See you the next time for 18 Wheels for Real. 18 Wheels for Real. I'm the Black Knight. See everybody later. Peace. Thanks for coming through.